Hello, everybody, and welcome to It Figures, the toy and action figure podcast on the Pop Culture Network. You can check past episodes at itfigurespodcast.com. And if you just want to bookmark that page, and you'll check us out every Wednesday as we release a new episode. Today's episode is 177.
We got it. We knew it. We got it right.
And, of course, because there's no dirt here, and that's the only reason why we got it right today.
Today's episode is brought to you by Dirt's last Coca-Cola Vanilla Zero. I showed up thinking Dirt was going to be here and he'd have some nasty-ass, awful brand beer, and he didn't show up. So instead, Killen has surprised me with his last Coca-Cola Vanilla Zero. Thanks, Dirt.
Surprise.
You're number one.
Surprise. What do you mean I surprised you? You said, you got anything to drink? I said, Dirt's got a drink back here. You can have it.
That's not too bad. I thought it was going to be god-awful. It's better than that beer he brings in that he got for a nickel.
Okay, so last week he brought in a new kind of beer, and he was like, this is an amazing beer. And I'm like, this is crap too, but apparently that was his champagne and beer. Because he paid $6 for that 6-pack instead of $3.
It's like $1 an hour.
Yeah.
Before we get too far into It Figures, on a serious note, a long-time fan of the show, fan of the website, and just a good guy. The guy that does the what do you call them? Pixel. What do you guys call those?
Oh,
Pixel arts. No.
Yeah, no, I'm not really sure what they're called, but you're talking about John Prof. 8-Bit Designs.
Orco. 8-Bit Designs. His grandma passed away.
They're called. Well, there's several things. Perler beads. They're
No.
like pixel. Well, that's the UK.
Anyway,
term.
his grandmother passed away today, which will actually be yesterday when you guys are watching this. So even if you don't pray, just real quick throw a prayer out for his family. Make sure they're being strong. If you do pray, throw an extra long prayer in there. Just for somebody that shares the same kind of love as you do. You know what I mean? Not just because we're asking you to, but this is just because. If you pray, you probably know you're probably generally a good person anyway. So
Is that how you meet our good people?
yeah,
Okay.
You pray. That's why I go to prayer group every day.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Oh, you are a leader in your church.
It's called Quick and Easy Gas Station. I get hot cocoa there.
You should not go into the church in the bathroom. It's probably not good. It's not legit. Okay, so
One more thing before we get started.
There we go. What?
I got an email.
First time.
Yeah. It doesn't matter what his name is. It pretty much said that our Halloween episode disgusted him because all we did was make fun of Toy Guru and how when we used to be best friends with Toy Guru and we used to kiss Mattel's ass pretty much because we used to get free toys all the time. My reply was, I guess kind of, that's what it might look like. We don't do Mattel stuff anymore, but our good friend still does Mattel stuff. We're mad at Mattel because of what constantly is occurring. When we were getting review samples over a year ago, we still had issues, but it wasn't an issue with every single line and everything wasn't getting messed up constantly. Now, I will come out and say, I apologize. Well, we can apologize.
No, I'm not going to apologize because
to Scott, Toy Guru, Nightlick, because it's not really his fault. He's the quarterback of a team. He looks like a dickhead when Mattel fails. He's just doing his job. Does he care more about putting food on his table or Joe Schmo that is upset that the shoulders were backwards? Scott didn't put the shoulders on backwards. Mattel's people that they hired put them on backwards. So we don't know what goes on behind the scenes. So if Scott Nightlick goes to the meeting, goes, we have to get rid of Digital River, and they go, no. Scott can't come out and go, hey guys, I tried, because then they'll get rid of him. So Scott's doing his job and doing the best at what he can do with what he has to do.
Plus, honestly, do we make fun of Scott? Sure, we make fun of each other. That's just like what friends do. And honestly, we feel the same way about him as we have the entire time we've known him. We don't hate him. We actually like him. He's a cool guy. We were just being funny because if you watch our show, a lot of the humor is geared towards Mattel because we like Mattel so much, not because we hate them. So if you take it the wrong way, then that's just you being ridiculous.
Yeah, but it's not. I mean, and it totally could look that way. But it's like, they don't send them stuff, so that's why they hate them. We hated him then. Yeah. If you go back and watch past that, well, we hated on him. We made fun of people then. We make fun of people now. That's just kind of what we do. We don't go out to try to be this extreme group that cusses and drinks, and we're a bunch of Stone Cold Steve Austins trying to break into the business or whatever the hell you want to call it. We just make fun of people.
Yeah, and I guess we could sit here and go, oh, we love this, we love that, and we could be those people. But then, honestly, there's like 50 guys doing that. We're just trying to be a little more realistic.
But my point in all this is...
Obviously, we love the toys and everything, and we want to be doing this. So.
If we just loved every single thing, the show would be boring as hell, and it would suck. Instead, we tell you what we honestly think, and we tell you what we hate, and what makes us mad about that, and it just happens to be that we love a lot of Mattel's toys. They have He-Man and DC, two of my favorite stuff, that they're constantly screwing up. So, of course, I'm going to go for what I love and talk about what I love. Yeah, I could talk about the trash can Pale Kids or whatever the hell those things are, little gooey things, but I don't like those, so I'm not going to diss those.
What? You don't like the trash packs?
Exactly. Well, you can talk bad about him. But long story short, or actually long story long, and summing it up, we don't hate him at all. Who else were we going to make fun of at the time? He's in all the news with the Grayskull stuff going on, with all the subs going on. He's in all the toy news, so everybody knows who he is. Yeah. So if we'd have took off the mask, it'd have been Jeremy Sung from Spy Monkey Creations. Oh no! You guys would have been like, who's that?
Yeah.
Who the hell is that?
That's true.
So we picked the number one guy that gets all the heat.
There you go.
So we don't actually hate him. I wonder if it was Scott that emailed me like, why you hate me, man? But he didn't put me.
Well, I mean, first of all, who watched that episode and really thought something heinous like that?
That guy.
Sheltered person.
Sheltered. He needs to leave his mother's basement then and get out and see the real world. Like Baby's Day Out, the movie. Such a good movie.
I love it. And part 2, Baby's Day Out. All right, so moving on to news after that, whatever that was. We only got a couple things here. So, and since I haven't pre-read any of these, we're going to figure them out together for the first time.
This is not going to be a train wreck whatsoever. It's probably going to go smoothly.
Okay, so let's see. Series 2 of the Mini-Mates are now coming out. They will arrive later this month from Diamond Select Toys. And
you getting these?
Well, let me finish first before.
Okay. Sorry.
And it looks like we got there's a couple pictures that have been released of what the 2 packs are going to be, and it looks like some of the special stores, like comic shops, will be getting the Lori Morgan hold on. Okay, Andrea and his sister Amy with Zombies will be available at comic shops, and the Lori Morgan with Zombies will be available at ToysRUs.com as exclusives. And of course, these are Mini-Mates. They're the little 2-inch figures that look kind of like Lego figures. You should know this by now. So the next wave of these is
But they're better than Legos. I mean, you can admit that.
No, that's a lie. So yeah, the packs are going to be, we got Amy with the zombie, we got a Lori.
Wolverine in the brown leather coat.
Yeah, Lori looks definitely like a Wolverine.
From the movie.
Firefox. We got, looks like a Michonne. Is it Michonne? Yeah, Michonne and a one-eyed zombie.
See, Michonne should have came with the zombie with no arms, because she's the one that keeps hacking off all their arms.
Yeah, I don't know.
She's very crafty, that
and
one.
then Morgan and Zombie Mike. Who's Morgan?
You know, it looks like the doctor off of Heroes, the Asian doctor.
Oh, Dr. Suresh.
That's Suresh, dude. They released Dr. Suresh in the Walking Dead series.
Okay.
That's a crossbreed.
This is because these are based off the comic book series, not the TV show.
And we know that if we read into this.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Usually what happens
I didn't read the Morgan. I was like, who's Morgan? I was like, oh, these are comic book ones, not the movie.
Well, if Dirt usually does the news, or Rick does the news, and neither one of them were here, so I walked in going, where's Dirt or Rick? And he's like, well, I don't know. So we just
so just hey, I'm doing my best. I didn't read any of these in advance, and you set them up. I'm just going to look at them and read them.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a Halloween episode and make fun of you.
That's okay.
That's what I do. Make fun of people.
I'll live. I'll probably live.
But you give me free stuff, so I like you.
Let's see. Next up, looks like Previews has been shown listing some G.I. Joe items from a company called Loyal Subjects. And what they've done is they've taken the classic G.I. Joe figures and transformed them into a line of vinyl minifigures.
Hell yeah. Do you notice anything about that picture, though?
What?
Very shocking. No Storm Shadow.
Oh, yeah.
I almost pooped my pants. It's usually like anything G.I. Joe, first things first, Storm Shadow, and Snake Eyes.
So basically, these are like a little like minifigure that's in a vinyl figure that's kind of a deformed figure that will come in like in a foil package, and it's basically going to be a scaled down version from the 3 3/4 to, I guess these will probably be like 2-inch tall figures.
I think it says. No, it doesn't. It doesn't give a list of who's listed either.
I didn't realize these were going to come out. They're set to release in February of 2013, and it looks like from the picture they're going to have some of the major players like Destro, Cobra Commander, Zartan, Gunho, and who's that? Arctic?
Yes.
But you're right. There is no Storm Shadow.
He's got to be some kind of like mystery hidden figure or something. There's no way they would release anything that's not Storm Shadow.
So I never heard of this company, Loyal Subjects.
How do they get the license to this? How does Hasbro not have this?
I don't know. But I don't know. I think I would like a Cobra Commander, maybe.
I would definitely take a mini Zartan.
The picture is not very good. So
yeah, the picture's awful quality, but you can get the gist from the picture of it. I want them.
So I don't know. Kind of maybe on those, maybe 1 or 2 of them. But I do like minifigures, and this is something different.
If we're talking $253 for a bazooka and a quick kick and a Snake Eyes and a Storm Shadow and just that'd be awesome. I'm super excited.
Okay, so the next story we have is Ninja Turtle. The toy line is now going to release a Patrol Buggy ATVs.
Remote control.
And are they Patrol Buggy snap together ones. So basically, these are little ATVs that each of the turtles can get their own separate vehicle, and they will snap together to form a larger vehicle.
So it's kind of like a Power Ranger.
So.
Oh yeah, and I'll form the head.
So yeah, so it's just little ATVs, kind of like the Halo Warthog ATV style for your turtle figures. The what is it, 4-inch ones that are 5-inch? Are they 5-inch?
No, like 3, almost 4-inch.
Yeah, well, whatever. They vary because the turtles are different sizes. But
so do they come with turtles, or you got to put your own turtle in there?
No, they look like, I think they come in just the vehicle only. So it's just another new vehicle in that line, which is good because there's not very much out right now for it. And they're slated to come in January through February. So of course there's obviously going to be 4 of them, and like I said, they can snap together to form one big ATV, which is kind of
awesome. Huh?
No.
Oh.
I don't know. It just seems like if they're going to make a vehicle that was kind of like a cheap cop-out vehicle. I generally don't like vehicles anyways. They're always kind of like unnecessary.
You don't have any room to put them. You're like, oh, look at my figures on my shelf, and I got this stupid car.
It's like, honestly, you don't want the vehicle just sitting there by itself. You want to position a figure in it, and why would you want to display your figure? It's almost like you have to buy another figure to display your vehicle.
It's a trap.
So, I don't know. That's just my idea.
And that's why your toy line is doing great. Oh, yeah, you don't have a toy line.
Oh, yeah. So, what am I looking at here? Okay. Those 2?
Yeah.
Okay. So, we got 2 more stories here. Up next, from the Marvel Universe, the Series 3 figures have been released.
Well, this is showing the packing order because a lot of people were wondering, like, well, what about so-and-so?
Well, this is how the case is going to break down according to the Big Bag Toy Store pre-order option. Looks like every case will include a original Captain America, 1 World War Hulk, 1 Incredible Hulk, 1 Beast, 1 Spider-Man Unlimited, 2 Hercules, 1 Angel, 2 Nighthawks, 1 Nova, 1 Puck. So, obviously, Hercules and Nighthawk are going to be a little easier to find, whereas everybody else is 1 per case, so good luck.
I just need a World War Hulk. I love World War Hulk. I know I know they've already made him too, but it's one of those figures that isn't that hard to find. But the one time I seen it, I was like, I'll probably pick it up next time I see it. And I looked for it.
I gotta be honestly, I cannot believe they're still at this point pumping out these Marvel Universe figures.
They sell, dude.
I figured by now they would have moved on, but
I got this cool ass Dragonzord shirt.
Oh, is that what that was? I thought that was Godzilla.
You.
And also from Big Bad Toy Store's pre-order option, they did also list the Halo 4 Series 2 pictures and information, as well as the case breakdown, which includes the next wave will have a Master Chief again, a Commander Thomas Lasky, an Elite Ranger, a Storm Jackal, and a Spartan Scout from the Team Orange, and a Spartan CIO from Team Purple. So
that's you. You're a CIO from Team Purple.
That will be just the next breakdown that will be available from the next wave of McFarlane's Halo 4 figures. And so far, the Series 1, I think it was a Grunt, a Sniper, a Master Chief, and like one of the Covenant figures or whatever. So there was only 4 in that breakdown in Wave 1, so this Wave 2 will now have 6. So expanding the line a little bit and giving you a couple more options. And honestly, this wave is due out in January, and the other ones have been out for like 4 months already. So there's been a huge gap between the two. So finally, the next wave will come out, and you can complete your Halo 4 figures right after Christmas, not before, which is a terrible move on their part.
Is it time for the fan corner?
And so yeah.
Do we have a discussion?
No, honestly, we haven't been keeping up with the discussion.
Well, I got one today.
Oh, okay. You want to discuss something?
Watching Raw last night, as I normally just fast forward through and stop on like CM Punk stuff and maybe like John Cena stuff. John Cena accepted an award yesterday that actually kind of teared me up a little bit. Honest to God. He is the first and only person to do 300 wishes on the Make-A-Wish Foundation. So pretty much like showed him like talking to like certain kids, and so on top of his job lifting weights and his marriage he's taking time out of his life to go see these kids that are in this hospital or whatever. And apparently he met up with this kid named Joey, and he ended up passing away like 7 days later. But he talked about meeting John Cena for the 7 days up until until he passed, and that just.
So he made
300 appearances to these sick kids, and they said that no one's even near anything on the wishes of like how many people are like behind him. You know, I mean, I'm sure it's some kind of athlete at like 100 when he's at 300.
You know, it seems like that would be such an easy thing for you to do because you're not busy all the time, and honestly, knowing that you would make that much of a difference in somebody's life just because you're there and you walk in.
You're crazy for thinking that.
I would stop in all the time.
But they have to travel from town to town.
Yeah, what's travel? I mean, look, they're like he probably lives in California. There's probably like 100 hospitals right in that area. You could have hit them all up.
Yeah, but they have to make a wish. They have to wish for John Cena. He can't just show up and go, boom, John Cena. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They don't work that way.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying
300 people have wished to meet him, and he goes
once
out
a
of his way.
weekend. You just go every Sunday. I'm going to go and drive to.
Well, they have to travel though. Sundays are.
But he's traveling anyways with the wrestling thing, right?
Yeah, but think about 300. Think about how many states there are. Think about if he's going to Kentucky and.
I'm not saying it's by any means no big deal for him to do it.
You just said it seems easy.
I'm just saying he has the availability and the options because he has to travel to do it. So, I mean, if I was traveling around the country constantly and I knew that me showing up to a place would make a difference, I'd stop.
Sure, you would.
Stop for an hour, especially if I was like famous and had money and like. You might as well do something important with your life now while you can. It's like, how long are you going to be famous for? You know?
Well, anyway, after you're done bashing him, we can continue.
That wasn't even a bash.
You can continue praising
That wasn't even a bash. I'm just saying, good for him to to
take time out of his life.
Take the time out of his life. When the point I'm trying to make is it's easy for him to do it, and everybody else should make that same amount of time, because it is easy to make that time.
It showed at one point these two little kids playing like Xbox 360 or whatever, and they got their backs turned, and you just hear John Cena's voice go, "Who's winning?" And they both, you can just see him just go, like, I know that voice. And they turn around and they just crap themselves, and they just run up and just give him a big hug, and just, if you can go back and watch Raw or Google that or YouTube just that, I don't know, probably 2-minute clip of John Cena, well worth it.
So made you cry?
Teared up. Like, don't confuse yourself. I'm a grown up.
Good for you, John Cena. So you got an award. Did you give him a check? Did you get a check?
No, he just got he just got this like a little trophy thingy or whatever, and he just said, "This is more important to me than any other award I've ever won." I'm gonna go and watch it again as soon as I leave here.
Did you
in despite of you. Well, I always DVR Raw. I'm not gonna watch commercials or crap matches.
Oh, okay.
What are you, crazy? 3 hours long.
All right. So what was the discussion? You just telling the story?
Yeah, John Cena's the man.
John Cena's the man.
That was the discussion.
Point, counterpoint.
You agreed. Next question.
Okay. Well, you know what's funny is I also watched a bit of Raw, but it was by accident because we were flipping the channels, and then all of a sudden we were stuck at. And since you watched it, maybe you can tell me what happened. Homeboy was sitting in the ring with his belt. Another homeboy was smashed on the announcer's table, and everybody was just standing around looking.
Oh, they just beat up Ryback.
Yeah, like what happened? Everybody was just like.
Well, Ryback came to CM Punk and Ryback wrestled on Sunday night at Survivor Series, and those 3 guys came in and beat up Ryback, and then CM Punk beat Ryback for the second time of CM Punk cheating or whatever. But Ryback came down there to beat up CM Punk because CM Punk was talking about how good he is and how he hasn't lost in a year. It was actually like 365 days on the day that he had the belt, and he came to the ring, and those 3 guys jumped him again and then beat him up, threw him through the table again, and that's why he was just like, "Look at my belt."
Well, we thought it was funny because Gwen was flipping the channel. She stopped and watched it, and she goes, "Why is everybody just standing around?" Like everybody, it was just like everybody was just like.
They were too. That's how you do, like in football, dude.
And the camera is just like, no one was saying nothing. It was like 5 minutes of just silence, and we're like, awkward.
Like football, when you knock somebody out, and you can just kind of stand over them. That's what that was. They're like, "We beat Ryback," and they just stood over.
So, anyways, I mean, there you go. Hope you enjoyed that segment. We're moving on.
That was our wrestling segment.
Quality work here. Okay, so we're going to go on to the fan question portion, since we don't have much to talk about this week, because it is, in fact, the holidays. Thanksgiving. Get your turkey, son. So of course,
you said like it was like a giveaway or something. You're like, it's the holidays.
The Thanksgiving holiday.
Get your turkey.
Turkey giveaway.
Hey, why didn't we do a turkey giveaway?
We're gonna like FedEx somebody a turkey.
Yeah, like a live one though. So they have to kill it and
hey, would you?
It.
If somebody sent you like food, like a fan sent you cookies, would you eat it?
Nope. I work for Woodside Township, and we always get stuff from people like cookies or brownies or whatever.
What?
Constantly. Pies. And if it's not completely sealed, I'm not eating it.
They just like send.
Thanks for picking up my limbs. Here's these cookies I baked. No.
Yeah, no thanks.
What do I hate more than anything in the world?
Germs.
Okay, cigarette smoke. So I always imagine people like smoking while they're like cooking these cookies, and they're always like, "You want a cookie?" I'm like, "Don't even put that by me," because I could just seem like accidentally like flipping ashes in the bath.
Yeah, especially working for the town and somebody giving you something like, "You did a good job." Like, in fact, they might actually hate you guys. Yeah, it's like see them poisoning you guys up.
Eat this. No, here.
You guys want to take my yard? You want to take my trees on my yard?
Because we're not allowed to take tips or whatever, and everybody already knows that. So they offer us like water or soda or like some kind of food products all the time. And this one lady used to give us like outdated stuff. It had like a sticker over the sticker. Like you could tell she got it from like the bread store for like $0.25 because it was outdated. It was still good. Like chocolate covered raspberries. It was like they were like a week old. So she got them for like $1.25. She's like, "Here you guys go." Of course she was like 70. So we're like, "Oh, thank you so, Mrs. Cheapskate." And then we'd throw them away. Because no one's eating 2-week-old chocolate-covered cherries. It's not happening.
So anyway, let's go on to fan questions, because now you're creeping me out. with all the weird people that exist in the world. The first fan question comes from, of course, Clone Yoshi.
He's winning again.
And he's, on top of his game. He asked, hey guys, do you think there will be any toys for the new Deadpool game?
I guess I would think that it would depend on how
I don't think so.
good the game is, or the game sells. Because I would think they'd already be hitting by now if it was going to be...
Yeah, I don't think so. I think, the game would have to be like wildly super successful, and then all of a sudden Deadpool stuff would just be flooding the market. But I don't think so.
If the game does amazing and they're going to come out with a... Because those little Deadpool figures, like the Mini-Mates, where you got like all the different Deadpools or whatever, Eris had them, and apparently they sold pretty good because they were kind of tough to find.
Well, I mean, the Arkham City and stuff like that, because it was so popular, it spawned its own toy line. So I could see it happening, but I don't think there's anything planned that I know of. And
I'm sure we would have heard something.
Yeah, and it probably I don't think Deadpool's like
don't say
universally
it. Don't
famous.
say it.
Like anybody who's in the comics knows about Deadpool, but people outside of that, like I don't think they know who Deadpool is.
Deadpool to me,
he's not a mainstream character.
Is kind of like underground rapper.
He's like the top underground person in that.
Yes, that's exactly what he is. He's obviously not underground, but that's how he feels to me. Because it's like everybody that likes him's like, oh, you like Wolverine? Well, you don't know nothing about Deadpool. Like, yeah, we do. Well, that's my favorite. Because he's like Tupac before Tupac was Tupac.
Yeah, like for people who don't know about comics in the world, they're not gonna know who he is. Like, he's not.
But they know who Wolverine.
He's not like he's not like a Batman. But if for everybody else, you're like, yeah, Deadpool, he's awesome. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know if he had a mass market appeal, but especially.
And then they made Wolverine the movie, and they're probably like, oh, this Deadpool character sucks.
I didn't think he was that bad.
Oh, it was stupid. He had something over his mouth.
He didn't have enough time to develop.
He looked like Balrog from Mortal Kombat.
He could have done something. All right, so maybe. I don't know.
Oh, this
Probably
is for
not.
killing.
So the next question comes from Mega Deuce Flare, and it says, this is for Killing, Dirt, and Rick.
Well, what about me?
If he's here. He's not. And for Scotty.
It don't say Scotty on there.
In your opinion... Oh, wait. There's one for you. But in your opinion, what is the strangest item you have for sale in your shop?
Probably dirt.
I will go get it, actually. I know what it is.
I was going to say dirt. You'd sell... don't act like you wouldn't sell dirt for the right price. It's in the glass case?
It's in the glass case.
What is it? I'm scared. If it's some kind of like sickening sex toy, don't be bringing that crap on here. Oh, yeah.
This thing right here is the weirdest thing that we have in the shop. It's obviously a knockoff of like a Beetleborg or a Centaur body. It's got a little bit of like maybe a He-Man influence on it. And honestly, we had a hard time figuring it out. It is a Sentai Toys Stegosaurus robot.
It's pretty much what it is super knockoff.
Yeah, super like, I don't even know if this is Japanese or Chinese.
No, it's cheap knees.
So, yeah, it's ridiculous.
I guess where he got it from.
The horse moves.
Tell him where you got it.
Oh, this is from a BG. This is a BG find. For those of you who don't know, BG is...
BG thought it was extremely rare and he had to have it, and then he got it, and of course he had it for like 2 or 3 weeks and then sold it to Damien like he does everything he owns. So,
but I mean, this thing is actually kind of awesome. It's a good piece of like...
It looks like it has... like she wrote what the Swift Wind's wings, then it's got like a Sectar on the top, and then it's got I don't even know what the hell that thing is.
Yeah, and these move. This is like motorized like Centaur, I guess. Real shiny. It's kind of like just a big piece of '80s knockoff.
That's exactly what it is.
All in one. So this is kind of awesome in that fact.
And it poops Q-Berts. I made that part up.
So yeah, I don't know. This is the weirdest thing that we have in here, and it could be possibly the coolest thing too.
I like its weapons.
So there you go. We're selling this thing right now. It's on our shop PCN for about $60. It's kind of a rare piece of knockoff, and as you know, knockoffs are like becoming one of the higher collectible.
Yeah, why the hell is that?
I don't know.
And you know, now that we're on this point, I don't know. 2-3 months ago, we were talking about BotCon. Is that the Transformer Con? Mm-hmm. And somebody was talking about third party toys, and I totally thought third party toys were junk crap knockoff toys.
Not in the Transformers.
Third-party toys are effing amazing.
Yeah, third-party Transformers especially.
Yeah, I actually ordered some and have some coming, and I will definitely do a review on them.
That was the whole deal, is because they were making them better than Hasbro was.
I will say better.
Oh, I would say better.
I would not say better.
I would say better.
I would say
for sure.
No, you can't say that because there's a lot of stuff. Like I have a Soundwave coming that is a what's like the little micro recorder. Is that what it's called?
Like a digital recorder?
Like a micro recorder,
yeah.
like you speak into. But it's like an updated version of Soundwave. It's a micro recorder, and it's a third party. I'm not even sure it makes it. BTS, I think, or something like that.
Yeah, I think BTF or something like that.
BTS.
They make a lot of the Big Bad Toy Store carries their products, but they have a lot of like knockoff, high dollar knockoff.
Well, and I paid $30 for it. But I watched some reviews on it first of all, and a lot of the reviews were people not being able to snap it completely together. You're not going to get a Hasbro toy that you can't snap completely together.
Yeah, but that's
the difference. Though.
I've had a lot of those toys come in here that I've bought off people, and like none of the ones.
You bought the Hercules toys; those are third party.
Yeah, and those were awesome.
And what'd you sell those for?
Big money.
Yeah,
I think we sold the whole knockoff Devastator.
Hercules.
Or Hercules.
Those are $100 a piece to buy them.
Yeah, I sold them for like $500, $400, $500. He was pretty expensive, but it was probably one of the coolest Transformer pieces I've ever seen.
They come individually boxed for $100 a piece. They were pretty legit.
Yeah, they're legit. So yeah, I don't know. Knockoffs are in like all the older He-Man knockoffs, the Remco stuff and all that. That stuff's going for crazy.
Hey, type in Lino bootleg. It's like a dirty old scrungy Mexican Lino with a He-Man sword goes for $25, and you can get a vintage Lino for $20. I was like, what the F?
I remember when me and Pixel Dan were like back in the day, we were looking at some knockoff stuff here. We found a bunch of like Mexican Ninja Turtles that was like
I remember that
terribly deformed and disgusting looking, but they were awesome.
Well, Danny has a couple of the knockoff He-Man figures too. What the hell were they called? They weren't called Remco, were they? Because it was
Galaxy Warriors.
I don't remember. It was like Merman with like Faker's sword and like
I think they were. Well, there's like 4 or 5 different varieties, but I think like Galaxy Warriors might have been the leading, or if you can call it that, a leading knockoff brand for them. But all that stuff is awesome, and I love knockoff Legos. I have
a lot.
I think I have more knockoff Legos than I have legit Legos at this point because I've been buying the crap out of those brick and Lighten brands and.
Hey, what are those new Legos that I seen? They're like little white Legos, or like they're like little blocks.
They're miniature.
Yeah, what are they called?
Like nano blocks.
Not nano blocks. Never even seen them.
They're not Legos, so they're like.
I know they're not Legos, but they're like a building block.
Yeah. They're like. I don't know. As it is, some Lego pieces are small. I don't need something that's even tinier. That's
what it is.
Like I need tools to put that together. So
anyway, yeah, I got some third-party Transformer stuff coming. I'm fun to do a review on it.
Yeah, I love the third-party stuff. It's awesome.
I had no idea they were that cool. Yeah, they did. That's definitely why Hasbro doesn't want them.
Yeah, because they're awesome. And that was the whole point when we were having that conversation about why.
Well, I had no idea because I was just like, who gives a damn if somebody comes in with a poopio toy?
Because they're making more money and their stuff people prefer.
What is that noise?
It's a computer. In the bomb. Okay, and he says the second part of the question is for Scotty, but anybody can chime in if they want to.
No.
What do you think of the new Dino Megazord from Tamahashi Nation?
See, I was gonna get it, and then I realized that it did not transform, and I'm not spending $60 to $60 on something that doesn't transform.
Why do you need to transform?
Because it's the Megazord. I want to it was highly detailed, and I have no idea why I'm an idiot and I didn't put 2 and 2 together and realize that I've never seen that Megazord into the 5 different dinosaurs. So when I finally look at it, I'm like, oh, it doesn't even transform. Like the day it comes out, I get a couple emails that are like, it's out, go find it, and I'm like, here I go, and I like eBay it. I'm like, oh, that thing don't even transform. I'm not spending $60 on that.
So you and Dirt are always talking about how you're getting emails. I don't get no emails.
No one likes you.
No one emails me.
I'll start forwarding you the emails.
I get a lot of Facebook posts constantly, but I don't really get emails from people.
I get a lot of Facebook posts.
Yeah, I get a lot of Facebook posts, which is awesome because then they always tell me about stuff I didn't know about. But, like, I don't know. I don't get too many emails, but you guys are always like, I got emails. Like,
where's the Adams? Did have a beard? Okay, well, I don't always get emails, but, like,
Dirt
one or
claims,
2 a month.
Dirt claims, like, a million people email him every day.
Well, it's because the dirt
He's in
attacks
and out.
people and people get off on that. You're like, look, I'm at my work, I'm attacking Dirtbag.
Next question comes from Jobber. He does love
Attacking people.
instigating. Yeah,
He does.
He goes, "Hey guys, not really toy related, but what do you think about the whole Hostess Go On business story, and what are your fondest memories of the delicious snack cakes? You got some snack cake memories?
No.
Come on, fatty.
I don't think I love ding dongs. That's what she said. But I don't know. I don't think I'd ever really remember caring about Twinkies.
I did when I was younger. Having them for like school lunches and stuff.
But I don't ever remember
which were the bomb.
I don't ever remember like looking forward to my lunch because.
So, but yeah, I remember eating the Twinkies and stuff like that growing up, thinking this is amazing. As I got older and I was buying my own groceries and had my own place, whatever, I went back and tried to buy some of that stuff, and I realized I don't like it that much. And
you love ding dongs.
Even today, going to the store, I was like, I'm gonna buy me some Twinkies and see if I like them again. And we bought zebra cakes with something similar. And my daughter ate it and she loves it, and I was eating one and I was like, this is crap.
I love zebra cakes.
Really?
I would make love to a zebra cake.
I don't know. Like I
It's a
just
true story.
maybe because I just don't like cake so much, but it's not. I'd rather have a lot of other things versus that. And as far as the story goes, right now we don't know what's going on with them going out of business, because here's the funny story. They announced they were going to liquidate 2 days ago. So everybody went out there and started buying all the Twinkies and put them on
eBay for $100.
And people were actually spending crazy money. And yesterday, the judge ordered them to negotiate with the union again to save the business. So, and
Even if they go under.
And I haven't figured out what happened today. So they may not actually go out of business. And so for all the people who bought all that crap for high money, you just got.
And I'm pretty sure Hershey's was going to buy them anyway, so they're not going to go out of business.
And as I was looking at the store the other day, like Walmart had like 3 other brands that were Twinkies that weren't called Twinkies.
Oh, dude, I went to the gas station today, and Little Debbie, like the zebra cakes, it was like they're trying to capitalize on this. They're like, oh, they're gone! And I walk in, and there's 17 boxes of those Christmas tree zebra cakes, which are the greatest cake of all time. And they're not the same thing because they're different colored, and they have little sprinkles on them.
I don't like them. You know what I like? Rice Krispies.
You know what I like? Cookies. I'm definitely
more
a
than
cookie
Rice
guy.
Krispies?
I love cookies more than anything. If my wife made cookies instead of cakes, I would weigh 9 trillion pounds. Because cake gets old. I can eat a piece of cake, I'm like, I'm good on a piece of cake for like 2-3 weeks. I eat a cookie, I'm like, I need another cookie. I'll eat a whole package of cookies.
That's true. I don't like cake. Cake is on the lowest end. I prefer ice cream way above that.
Oh, for sure.
So,
question: If you could have cookies and cake or ice cream forever, you can never have the other one. Which one would it be? Cookies and cake or ice cream?
Ice cream.
Over cookies?
Yeah.
And cake?
Yeah. Wow. I like ice cream that much.
I like cookies.
You know what's the best? Ice cream cake.
You can't have that though.
That trumps having real cake.
No, that is cheating.
That is cheating. When I get like my birthday and she buys me a food, she's always like, "Hey, what kind of cake you want?" I'm like, "No, give me ice cream cake." Actually, just give me ice cream and shape it like a cake.
Is that possible?
Yeah. Next question comes from one nerd, and he goes, "Today while I was in Walmart, I saw they got the new wave of the basic WWE figures, which includes the great Kali. I like to say that.
Kali.
The great Kali, and I was pretty excited to get him. But soon after sifting through the pegs, I found that I was left with only Rey Mysterio's and Albert De Rio's by the bucket load. I was too late, and I shook my fist at the heavens, shouted, "Curse you, my unknown toy collector rival." And after I was escorted out of Walmart, I thought of a good topic for you guys. Do you?
You know how great that would be if you're just pushing the cart down the aisle, and you just see. Ah!
And he wants to know, do we have any unknown toy collector rivals out there?
Yes.
Somebody who always seems to beat us.
Bob Goo.
To the punch and take everything you want before you get a chance to buy it.
Yes. But you probably don't because you just order stuff here.
Should you ever meet your rival in person, would you befriend him or team up or engage in Highlander style combat to the death?
Okay, and realistic.
We have this guy.
Realistic. There's a couple of them. Well, Dave, Flavor Dave that used to work here, he's one of them. He doesn't buy them in bulk, but he does buy what he wants, and he usually wants everything, so he therefore is our rival.
Yeah,
you
but
got
he
BG.
he only buys one of what he needs. He doesn't like.
Yeah, but
buy
sometimes there's
multiples.
only one per package.
If he's willing to get up, I'm gonna defend.
He don't have a
I'm
job.
gonna defend him. I'm gonna say if he's willing to get up at the crack and go hunt toys, and he has the money, and he's only buying one, he's not buying multiple.
That's not the question, dirtbag.
Then good for him.
Dirtbag. That's not the question. The question
saying.
is,
I'm just
do we
saying.
have people like that? Yes, he's one. Then you have BG, which will buy bulk of everything, especially if he thinks it's going to sell.
Yeah,
And
he buys stuff and doesn't even and hopes to resell it higher, and if he doesn't, he'll return it after, and then hide it in the store so you can't find it. He wants everything. He doesn't want no one else to have it. Even if he can't sell it or move it, he'll still make it impossible for you to find it.
Or then eventually he'll sell it to you when we already have them, though.
Yeah.
Like the April O'Neils.
Oh, they're all gone now.
And what about Jim, or that guy's the stinky comic book breath guy that always tells stories about how rich he is?
Oh, no, he doesn't really do that.
He used to. He always used to buy up the toys, especially
And
Hot
his
Wheels.
name is
Dave.
Nordic.
Dan.
Dan. Same guy.
And then there's another Hot Wheels guy that buys up all of the Hot Wheels and whatever he thinks is popular. So, like, if the Hobbit's popular and it's brand new and it's coming out, he'll go buy every Hobbit figure ever. And then when you see him at, like, the toy show, he has all these Hobbit figures. And you're like for quadruple the price. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, but, you know what, honestly, I haven't, like, that hasn't really been an issue for me. The only time...
You just order it here and keep it.
Well, I mean, I actually go out sometimes if I want something. I only want one. Like the Lego stuff. And the only time, like when the new DC Legos came out and Walmart or Toys R Us was the only place getting them.
Yeah, whoever called you and told you about that was your buddy.
Yeah, so they would get a case or two and they put them out, and it's just, of course, them being the only place that has them, they're going to be out quick. But that's the only thing. That's a little irritating sometimes going there trying to find something. But
Your rival are little kids that like superheroes.
oh,
Take them out, dude. And if I honestly had a rival that was like, say Pixel Dan was my rival, because we collect almost exactly everything the same thing, I would definitely be his friend, because trying to be an enemy with somebody that does what you do, you're just going to lose.
yeah, he's just going to be like, oh yeah, well now I'm going to mess with you.
But some of and that's part of the funnest part for me is the chase. You know, you went to that Walmart and you seen that Kali on the front peg and you're like, oh my God, you got how happy you got, and you rush out and you grab it, and then you grab little gay Rey Mysterio and you're just like, yeah, and then you go to look again and you're like, oh no, they're all Rey Mysterio and Del Rio.
Hey,
and then you got mad. So now your chase continues. That's
how about
part of
this?
collecting.
Like, you're going into the store and you know that there's a chance that your figure may or may not be there. Do you do like little superstitious things to say, if I do this, then it's going to be there, and if I don't do this, it's not going to be there?
Because I'm a grown up and I'm well over the age of 6.
I do that all the time.
If I step on this crack, my Lego guy's not going to be there.
Something like that, but not.
How's it work?
But not
Does it
that,
ever work for you?
Not that, like.
Does it work?
Not that ridiculous.
Does it work for you?
I don't know. Like,
No.
It's just a superstition. Like, I do something like, oh, if I'll drink, like I'm gonna I'm gonna make it as very general as possible. This isn't exactly an example.
Yes, it is.
But it is along these lines. Like, if I had a half can of soda and I pulled into the parking lot, it's like, if I slam this whole soda right now,
Oh my God.
it'll be there. But if I don't, it won't be.
You're so ridiculous.
Or more realistically, I've done this before. Like, oh, if I make all 3 of these lights and they're all green, and they don't turn red, then it's, that's a sign. It's a sign. How about that? It's a sign that it'll be there when I get there.
That's asinine. That's exactly what that is.
I just do that. It's
Yeah. I'm sure it works.
I've done that, and I'm sure other people have done it. It's not necessarily those specific things, but
That's not superstition. That's retardation.
along the line. Oh. I might want to talk to a doctor now.
Yeah, you might get medicine for that.
Okay.
Hey doc, when I slam sodas and my toys aren't there, I freak out.
I'm just saying, I've done that before, and not even like purposely thinking it. Just happens.
So would you be friends with your rival, or would you try to be like, it's me versus you?
Well, I mean, if the person's not a douchebag, I'd be their friend. But
And it probably depends on how many times you see this.
if I see the person at the store and he's like a super douche and like a jerk about it, oh yeah,
It also depends on if they're cool or not. Like if you see him for the first time and you see that, damn, he's got man, he's got both the things I want. You're not going to be like, what's up, buddy? And you're not going to run up and stab him with a fake lightsaber either. You're probably going to be like, And then the next time you see him, you're going to be like, look, this dude's either pissing me off or I need to join his team.
Okay, so, yeah, whatever.
See, we did have a topic, dude.
And the final question will be from Chaotix12345. It says, hey guys, been a while since I asked you questions around here, these parts. And with the Christmas season on the way, I can think of no better time to drop by and shoot you a couple quick ones. Question number 1. What's on your holiday wish list this year? Are there any toys that you had your eye on and wouldn't mind receiving as a surprise gift from a friend?
Space Ghost.
Like the Hanna-Barbera?
Yeah, the one you have on your shelf over there.
Oh, really?
Yes, I have gave my friend a clue.
Wink, wink.
I just told my parents I want gift cards, or my dad and my stepmom that I want gift cards. They were like, "What do you want?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, gift card."
I haven't made a list of anything I want yet, but there's a couple things I want, but I don't want to spend the money on. But I want.
Like
if I was gifted them, I'd be like, yeah. Like some of the Lego stuff, like right now the Monster Fighter stuff, like all that stuff. I'd love to have it. I really don't want to spend the money on it, you know. And Lord of the Rings stuff right now, I really want all of it, but I really don't want to spend the money on it either. You know, I'm kind of at this point waiting until the prices drop and clearance if I can get them on a Black Friday deal or something. But I really do want the stuff. I just don't really want to spend the money.
Right.
So, oh, and I kind of really like the Mego blind bag stuff.
Mego blind bag?
Not the Mego, the Playmobil. I was thinking Mega Bloks, but the Playmobil figures that are coming out individually packed. I kind of like the night stuff they have. But
I really want to buy some of the Creo Transformers. I wish they had better figures in the packagings.
Have you seen the mini bags?
Yeah.
Have you seen the battle packs? They have like 4 or 5 figures on them.
No.
I'll have to show you one of those. I got one of those in the back.
Yeah, you have to. Did you get it at a store or did you order it?
No, I got them at the store.
I might be stopping at a store tonight. Do they have Soundwave yet?
There's only 2 of them, but it's just like one of the main guys and like a bunch of nondescript guys, but it's kind of cool. And the second question, do you have any favorite balloons, floats, or skits that you remember from watching the Macy's Day Parade throughout the years? Given its long legacy and the popularity of characters, brands, and shows that have been represented in it, it's pretty much become a Thanksgiving staple. And there are so many fun, hysterical, or just plain weird moments from each year that I thought would be fun to reminisce about on Turkey Day this week.
You go first. I definitely have one.
I can only remember, first I remember always, Snoopy, the balloon coming down. That's the only thing I can remember as a kid and constantly remember. And the only other, because I don't really watch, I always forget to watch it, but for whatever last year, I think it was last year, maybe it was the year before, I had just seen a glimpse of it because we were at some event. That's because I'm always at somewhere where I can't really watch it. I saw Hootie from the Blowfish, what's his name?
Darius
Ruckers, singing a song, and I thought to myself, and he was just singing by himself a Christmas song on the float. Do you remember that? Okay, so I think it was like a year ago, maybe 2 years ago. But I remember him singing the song, thinking, "Oh my God, Hootie's still alive!" So that's the only memory.
He's in the country now, dude. And he's actually has a huge career going.
Oh really?
I got 2 memories. One's of Seinfeld, where they knock that trophy off, and I think they pop Woody Woodpecker, and they look at Jerry and he goes, "You are such a menace," or whatever, and he goes, "Because that's what Woody Woodpecker always did." And then like 3 or 4 years ago, when the Rickrolling on YouTube was huge, you know what I'm talking about? When you go to type in something, it's like, oh, the new Call of Duty trailer, and you start to watch it, and that song from Rick Ashland comes on, Never Gonna Give You Up. Well, they had a Cartoon Network float. I think it was Cartoon Network, and I don't remember what show it was, but they're like, here they are to sing, it's that song from Robin Big. People, let me tell you about my best friend. And then it just stops. And it cuts to that the Ashley song or whatever. And he walks onto the float. And he just rickrolled a lot of people in the parade. And I was ecstatic because I knew exactly what was happening. And everybody else around me was like, is that the guy that sings that song? Is that actually him? What is going on? Because they had no idea what rickrolling was. So then I had to call like 50 people. to explain what rickrolling was, because it was kind of like a lot of people didn't know about it quite yet, but everybody was getting caught by it. You know what I mean? I was rickrolled a lot.
So I wonder if this year's gonna be like Gundam style, dude.
I don't know. No, this is like 3 or 4, maybe even 5 years ago.
Yeah, I want to see that. That'd be awesome.
But it was just like, it was exactly what a YouTube video is when you get rickrolled. You think it's going to be something else. It gets to the point where you're like, oh yeah, cool. And then, music cuts, and you're going to have to Google it or YouTube it.
Well, I know what you're talking about.
Everybody needs to YouTube it. It was so amazing, and nobody could figure out why. I was so excited. I was just like standing up, just like I just had won something. Yes! I was so excited.
We'll have to DVR that parade. Because you brought that up, Couch, I'm going to actually watch it this year because
I watch it every year. I might not sit and watch it, but while I'm doing stuff at the house, getting something ready or whatever, it's always on.
I guess we'll DVR it. He goes, that's it for now. I definitely look forward to the annual It Figures Christmas special, and those are always some of my favorite episodes, so keep up the great work. And honestly, we haven't even discussed that yet about how that's going to work out.
You guys are just going to buy my stuff.
Okay. So yeah, man, I almost feel like we should go somewhere this year.
How are we going to take a camera somewhere?
Just take a camera.
Let's go to Showme's, dude. We'll just straight look at Jack's and be like, look, here's this toy I bought you. What's up, Hooter? Huh? No?
So I don't know. Maybe we can just do it in a back alley somewhere.
That's kind of like Showme's or Hooters.
And we'll just each dig our hand in a garbage can and pull one thing out.
This is kind of like blind bag. You good? An old ass tomato. All right.
Eat it.
I think we should get vintage toys for each other.
So if you guys have any ideas of where we should go or what we should do for our Christmas episode coming up in a couple weeks here,
buy me stuff.
Go ahead and go to jointheforums.com and go to the It Figures thread and leave your suggestions there. For you people on YouTube that, for whatever reason, don't want to go to our website and do that, you can just leave your comments below and we'll pick the best one and go with it. Or we'll just come up with something totally different. I don't know how it's going to go.
Or if there are bad comments, Dirt will attack you.
Yeah, and Dirt, yeah. You want to say something hateful, Dirt will, especially if you say about Dirt.
Or, hey, say something about Dirt and misspell it. Woo! Boy, he will turn the world police on. Word police. Woo!
So, yeah, I guess that'll be it for this week. To all you guys out there celebrating Thanksgiving, I hope you are having fun with your friends and family. And for all you guys out there that don't have any friends and family, just come on down to the store on Saturday in Springfield, Illinois. This Saturday, which will be, what's the date on that?
Today's the 20th.
Let me
21st, 22nd,
so the 24th, November 24th, 2012, in case you guys are watching this in the future, is a day called Small Business Saturday where you can go out and help small businesses in your community, and you should. Don't go to Walmart, don't go to that. Support your local comic book store or some of your independent stores out there. But we will be doing a lot of big sales that day in the store only. So if you go to shoppcn.com and you look at all the product there, if you were to actually make it here on Saturday, the 24th, we will have a lot of those items on big sale.
And
also,
if you
can see Rick, myself, and Dirt will be here all day.
If you say Coca-Cola Vanilla Zero as a password, you'll give them a free turkey.
So just an idea. We got the 8-foot Ghostbusters Stay Puft Marshmallow. I don't know. I can't think of anything. We're gonna have that outside. We're gonna have it blown up and put some signs on it. So sell in here. And I might have a guy in a trench coat selling Rolexes out in the parking lot. So.
How much? Does he got any of them fake Oakleys? I love them things,
dude. He got deals. So, be sure to, if you can make it here to Springfield, Illinois, just go to the website, killingenterprises.com, and click on the directions on how to get here. Or send us an email. We'll hook you over with information if you are so inclined to do that. Maybe you want to do your Christmas shopping in person. Meet us and do some shopping for your friends and family.
I won't be here, but if you send me an email or call me, we'll go do lunch.
Oh, he could do it. He could be here. You never know. So that's just something to keep in mind.
I don't like you guys, though.
Be sure to visit Pop Culture Network every week for lots of articles and shows and stuff like that going on. You got a show coming?
No, I don't.
Are you done with that?
What
are you doing with that anymore?
I don't believe in shows. I usually do it once a month, but I just don't have anything right now.
Yeah, so keep checking it out for something once a month. Also, you can check out Intern Rick's. Oh, I'm sorry. Is it Rick 13 now? Whatever he wants to call himself. In his
Intern Rick 13
toy customization show. You can check out the News Desk with Dirt every week. The columns with Nick, the toy columnist. He's got some movie reviews going on, and also the toy thing. You can check out It Figures. It's still a staple show going on here, and it's like, what else we got going on lately?
Listen, if
it's starting to go. We're starting to lax on content, which we're gonna have to make up here coming soon.
If we don't ever do anything for you, ever, I'm gonna do you a huge favor, and if you don't watch Arrow, you need to.
Is it that good?
It's so good. So if you hate us and you never take anything away from here, start watching Arrow. That's the only thing that's the only thing I got. It's balls amazing. You know how amazing balls are? It's that amazing.
Well, the first time I discovered I had some, it was pretty like, oh, is that what they do? And then you're like, ah, that wasn't amazing.
Yeah,
but every other part
it's kind of like that.
Every other part was.
It's kind of like that.
Okay.
And then when it's over, it's like getting kicked in them because it's like, ah, damn.
So that does it for this week. I am, of course, Lord Kennel with
Scotty Cash.
And we'll see you next week.